Hi, friends. Welcome to day 5. I hope you enjoyed your yesterday doing a little Tai Chi. Tai Chi is a really, really powerful thing to do to manage your energy and to get the flow moving through your body. So glad that you got to experience that. Today, we are going to talk about on day 5, self-compassion. And man, if there's anyone that is the hardest on us, it is ourselves. And I know you know what I'm talking about. But one of the most important things to understand is that in order to unconditionally love others, we first have to unconditionally love ourselves. Now, you may disagree with me, but I want to talk to you about it for just a moment. We are projectors as people. When we see an experience, we kind of put ourselves in that experience and think, oh my gosh, is this happening to us? Or if we recognize something about ourselves, sometimes we'll realize later that we were blaming someone for something that we ourselves felt. That's why I say projectors. So when you really get down to it, it comes down to self-love. If you try to love other people unconditionally, you don't love yourself, you're still going to find yourself judging others, and because you're judging yourself. But let me tell you, if you can really accept all the parts of you, warts and all, and really love who you are and love your inner child and your inner teenager and your inner young adult and your inner everything through acceptance and honoring of your life experience, because it's so beautiful, it just comes naturally to love others. So that's why this is so important. So what is self-compassion anyway? I mean, do I really need to tell you? You know what self-compassion means. It means loving yourself. And I want to talk to you about why it's so important first and foremost. So it's time to stop beating yourself up because you're not perfect. Because guess what? You're not going to be ever perfect. It's impossible. So stop trying. And as you love yourself more, these are the benefits you're going to see. You're going to see a reduce in depression, a reduction in anxiety, more satisfaction in your life, and deeper relationships with others. I mean, that in itself is enough to do it. There's so many more benefits, but because of time, these are the 4 that I felt like were the most important to share. And I really love myself at this time, but man, there were a lot of years I abhorred myself. I really did. And just accepting all the things that I've been through in my life has made it possible for me to be where I am today. And I really like who I am today. I have been through a lot of stuff, just like you have. And I really honor that experience. So this is how you get started with self-compassion if this is something you're struggling with. And even if it isn't, these are really great practices to continue loving yourself more and more. Okay. This can, first of all, can be a challenge. You just need to recognize that, oh, this could be a real challenge. The next thing you can do is create a music playlist that boosts your mood. Okay, these are things that you can do to really love yourself. Okay, so create that boost mood playlist where it just will really boost your mood. Okay. Number 3, do things that are meaningful to you, like alone time, time with a friend, watching a movie. Some of the things that I love to do, you know what I love, is I love to get a bottle of wine and sit down and have a couple glasses and watch my favorite show all by myself, or a favorite movie. And I just really love that. It's one of those things that I show compassion to myself and love to myself by doing. I'm really appreciating alone time these days. It wasn't always that way. I just love it. I love spending time with myself and laughing. I get to just be myself, my silly, inappropriate, irreverent self by myself. I love it. It's so fun. Number 4, create a safe space for yourself to be loving to yourself. My whole house is a safe space for me. And it's a really loving place for my husband and a really loving and safe space for me. It's very comfortable. I've designed it so it feels really good to me. Like you get to see my office here, and I've got Boss Lady up there. I've got art all over the place. I love it. And it just feels really safe. And I can just be myself here. And I don't have to feel nervous or like, oh, I can't be myself. It's just my safe space. Number 5, learn the art of saying no and say no when you don't want to do something. If you force yourself to do stuff, you're not loving yourself. You know, there's this idea that if we love ourselves and put ourselves first, we're being selfish. And Jack and I are going to teach you to be centered in self. Not because you're not going to be loving and caring and healing and helping others. That's not what it's about. It's about making sure you are in tip-top condition to be able to do the things you want to do for others. And that means you have to put yourself first. I mean, even in an airplane, they're like, put your oxygen on before you do it with your children. Otherwise, you're going to suffocate before you can even help them. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm very serious about this because self-love is so critical. And then it opens you up to a vast array of lovingness for others. So say no sometimes. It's good. It's a good thing to do. Number 6, say nice things to yourself. Like, you know, you really are amazing. I want you to say a nice thing to yourself right now as you're listening to this while I say a nice thing. I'm a really great teacher. I know how to take stuff and break it down and make it feel doable for people. I really like that about myself. Now I want you to say something really nice to yourself, and I'm going to hear you, so you better do it. And then when the negative self-talk comes up, you're going to do a hard reboot, a hard like pivot. No, I'm not doing that. And you're going to replace it with something loving every single time. And then the last one is find someone in your life that you can talk to about your feelings. I'm not talking about venting because you're mad. I'm not talking about complaining because you feel like a victim. I'm talking about how you feel about stuff. I have some really beautiful people in my life that I can share how I feel. And these are going to be people that you choose that can be good listeners and not going to try and tell you what to do or how to fix it. And it's kind of hard to find them sometimes because people get uncomfortable and want to fix something for you because they don't want you to feel uncomfortable. That's not what this is about. Sometimes life is just uncomfortable and it's fine. If you feel sad about something, it's fine to feel sad about it. You don't have to immediately go in and fix it. Sometimes you just need to sit with it. In fact, all the time, you need to sit with how you feel because that's a way that you show compassion and honor yourself. So if the people that you share things with are always trying to get you to fix it or tell you what to do to feel better, that may not be the best person for the job. You need a good listener in your life that you can just share your feelings and just speak about it. That's all. It will resolve itself, especially as you honor it. It will resolve itself. You don't have to go chase and find an answer and get it taken care of right now. Just share your feelings. It's a wonderful way to be loving with yourself, is to be able to share. Hey, my friends. So pick one thing on this list to love yourself tonight. And it can be anything. I've given you some ideas, but do something. I mean, go get a pedicure, give yourself a pedicure. Do something that is loving. And then take a picture of it and share it.